Hello everybody and welcome to Letterboxd Book Club. I'm Mackenzie.
And I'm Claire.
And today we're going to be discussing a book.
Just a book.
Just a book.
That's it.
A book. How does one describe this book?
The meme book of the century that has turned everyone into loving it.
The Tik Tok sensation.
A literary masterpiece.
Classic literature, if you will.
It will be.
Of the 21st century. Today,
Aliens would find this book and be like, what the fuck is going on?
they'd be like, they know us so well.
Sounds familiar. Sounds like my diary.
We are discussing Ice Planet Barbarians.
And it's going to be only that one.
Yeah, there's like 21, but...
Although Kenzie got a special edition one, which includes, I think it's like the Vectile honeymoon and like another epilogue type.
Yeah, I didn't read it though.
No, yeah, we're just doing the main book.
Yeah.
Because I got confused because I was like, is this how big it was? Because my Kindle one's only 188 pages.
Yeah, because mine was like 350 pages and we're like, wait,
it's like
what?
3 novellas in one.
Yeah.
It was so funny, so stressed out.
Yeah, because our last lines didn't match up.
The honeymoon one was only $1 on the Kindle. Like,
Did you read it?
No. I mean, I'm going to have to now because I bought it
I'm gonna have to now
prematurely. But like, yeah, it's value for money. $1 for less than 200 pages.
It's worth way less than that, I reckon.
Yeah, probably.
Wow.
Alright, so before we begin with the blurb, in the beginning of the book...
In the beginning of the e-book, not my book. I have the physical book.
Oh, well, in the e-book, Ruby Dixon, which is the author, she wrote like a little disclaimer or a note for sensitive readers. So I'm just going to quickly read
For
that.
all you pussies out there. I'm
So
joking,
you
I'm
can't
joking.
say that. Jesus Christ. In a silly, goofy mood. This is our disclaimer / discretion that obviously Ruby has written out. So, hello there. I wrote this book in 2015 after a spate of reading a lot of darker romances. You might notice that this particular story starts out more violent in tone than a lot of the other books in the series. I think I got my...
This is the first one, how would we know?
I think I got my footing after writing the first one, so if this feels a little too dark to you, please be assured the rest of the series is not. Maybe she added this
Maybe.
after. I don't know. That being said, I feel like I should point out some of the things that might be upsetting to readers that go in without warning. I've included a quick breakdown of what some readers might find troubling. The particular story features the following. Spoilers ahoy. Abduction, survival situations / food shortages. A side character is raped by an alien. The hero's introduction features dubious consent. Was it greater than 3 Ruby? You know, the heart.
Yes.
Or is it less than? I don't know.
I don't know. It's something about like the alligator eats the numbers. But
I've heard of that before.
I learned.
What a revelation.
So I learned that the alligator eats the numbers, but I can't remember if that means that it's eating the greater. Yeah, so that means it's greater because it's eating the lesser numbers. Yeah.
Okay, hang on. Oh, I'm going to bring this up again because I'm going to figure this out real quick. It's just so funny. I've never heard of that before. Oh, yeah, it'd be eating, so it'd be greater than, would it not?
Greater than, eating.
I'm also a Moscato deep, so I'm feeling
One
funky.
Moscato.
Hey, I've got a low tolerance these days, baby. I'd be buzzing. Oh, I went a little too hard too early at the wedding, and I felt so tired and sick, and those glasses of water saved me. Safe.
Okay.
When in doubt, just go silent.
We just got too loud.
Sorry. I mean, I was bewildered by the greater than. Jesus Christ. Alright, Kenzie, you want to start with the blurb?
Oh yeah. Was that all the?
Yeah, that was the discretion
/
disclaimer.
Okay. I don't know if I want to. I'll do the blurb and then because I want my thoughts, feelings, emotions kind of link into the disclaimer.
Okay, we can do that first if you want.
Okay. I'll read the blurb first.
Okay, sure. It'll all make sense.
Fall in love with the out-of-this-world romance between Georgie Carruthers, a human woman, and Vector, an alien from another planet, in this expanded edition. This is the wrong part.
This is the special edition.
The first part. Hang on. Let me start again. You'd think being abducted by aliens would be the worst thing that could happen to me, and you'd be wrong, because now the aliens are having ship trouble and they've left their cargo of human women, including me, on an ice planet. We are not equipped for life in this desolate winter wasteland. Since I'm the unofficial leader, I head out into the snow to look for help. I find help all right. A big blue horned alien introduces himself in a rather startling way. Vector says that I'm his mate, his chosen female, and that my presence is the reason his chest is purring. He'll help me and my people survive, but this poses a new problem. If Vector helps us survive, I'm not sure he's going to want to let me go.
Alright, what's your thoughts, feelings, emotions, Kenzie? Sorry, we're talking a little bit quiet in case Kenzie's son wakes up.
Yeah, it's all good. So, spoilers. When we meet Vector, okay, first of all, sorry, these are like horned, like blue aliens.
Yes.
But like I've heard through TikTok that like if you just picture them as like avatars from the movie Avatar, the blue people one, then like
probably darker blue skin.
Yeah,
maybe,
then
but
you
yeah,
can kind of be like, okay, cool, hot, like Jake Sully's pretty hot.
I think the other, because there's like a million books in this series, like the covers are kind of, the artwork is, you know, like a replica of what they actually look like, or like a true rendition. So.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Although that one's
Only,
probably
like,
a bit
his
more
shoulders
artistic,
are on
but
there,
like there's some that's like live action style.
I've seen, some that are like live action and like pretty saucy.
Yeah, I mean, romance is the number one genre in the world. Who cares if it's
So
aliens?
when we meet Vector,
is it when he just eats her out?
yeah, boy.
Oh no.
We need to find the exact sentence.
It would be something like, also, yeah, this book can be quite explicit. Like, they say the word cunt. But, like, we're Australians, so we say that anyway. But, like, just for the American viewers, I guess, I find that word very sensitive. Anyway.
So, Georgie is in a trap or whatever, and Vector saves her and takes her to a cave. Fun.
Yep. I think I've seen this film before.
A groan escapes me as my cock grows hard, the ridges on it swelling. I bury my face between her legs so I can taste all of her.
Yep.
While she's unconscious.
Yes. This is the dubious consent.
This is the dubious consent. Just take it out. Like, if you're going to write a what are it called? Trigger warning, a little disclaimer thing, like just edit the book.
Maybe.
Like if you've written it in 2015 and it was published in 2017, like
I don't know when it was published, but yeah,
in mine it says it was published in 2017. Cool. Yeah,
you would have that time
You'd
to
have
revise,
the time, especially if like a publisher comes to you and is like, we want to publish a book or whatever, and you're like, cool, let me just quickly chuck in some edits. Like I just don't like. It's like, oh, this has dubious consent. It's like, you mean that, like, it has non-consensual, like, sexual acts.
Yeah.
Like, it's not dubious.
No, yeah, it's just outright.
Yeah.
Assault.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because then, like, further into the book, like, there is, like, consensual, like, sexual acts.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I suppose it's just, because I suppose maybe the tone of the book early on, you know, with that girl gets raped by the alien, like, that just sets the tone to come, and it's the assumption that, like, these aliens are of similar sort of nature.
But, like, even, like, the alien rape, like, just take it out.
Sure. Yeah. I agree.
Like, yeah.
Sure.
I just don't think it needs to be in there. Don't think we
maybe
need
instead
sexual
of
assault as
in the
intent.
detail, because I know the first scene when they're in the spaceship, and yeah, the alien's doing its thing. I don't know how else to say it. I'm sorry. We didn't need the explicit details of like them taking turns or whatever. Like it could have just been like a fade to black of like the girl saying no or something or whatever. Or like Georgie or I don't know if she was unconscious, but like Georgie could just look away and like we would know.
Yeah. And even like the aliens, like let's imagine that they don't understand like what like sex is or something. So like why would they even do that? Like
right, I understand. Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Maybe it's just a weird little darker kind of fantasy like idea scenario as well, perhaps. I don't know. Again, it's as she said, it is stemming from a lot of darker romances, but I feel like there's still a line to be drawn, and like rape is not considered dark romance. Yeah, or should never be done like that.
I don't think. Yeah, it should be a form of entertainment.
No, hell no. Especially in like today's climate.
Especially like reading is like a form of entertainment. So like, and especially like you had the disclaimer in your ebook, but I didn't have that disclaimer
in your book.
In my book, in my
so
physical
you could have
book.
had a
so
sensitive person read that, and because honestly. Any more thoughts, feelings, emotions from you? Yeah. Like, did you enjoy the book at least, or give us your feelings? I
enjoyed a little bit of it. I did say that like it was a bit of a struggle street to get through,
despite being as small as it is, or at least that part.
Yeah, especially that. And then because also like it is a TikTok sensation, like I thought it was going to be better than it was. I just found it like lackluster.
Like just kind of basic and plain almost.
Yeah, like a basic plain like alien story. I guess like not that I have a lot of experience with alien stories,
no,
but like
neither.
Still, and like I feel like it was one of those things where it's like,
I mean, it's still considered like fantasy because it is
like
all
fantasy.
made up.
But it's just like, okay, I want to write like X amount of sex scenes with an alien and a human, and then here is a story around that, I guess.
Sure.
Not like here is like a really
I mean,
captivating
towards
like story.
the end, like, of the book, it turns into that almost. Like, it has that
Yeah.
potential.
Yeah.
It has that, like, alien lore
Yeah.
and, you know, how they got there and all that type of stuff, which is
Yeah.
intriguing.
And then
Yeah.
also, like, is there a huge market for this kind of book? Like,
Hey, romance and smart are probably the
yeah,
biggest
but, like,
genres for
who's
women.
asking for alien?
Women.
Are we?
Hey, you know, I mean, not me personally, but
Yeah.
I mean, like, this opens the door, or at least cracks open the door for, like, the intrigue of like, monster smart and stuff.
Yeah. And then
Like,
also,
this is tame compared to the other shit that's
I
out
don't
there.
know if I'm exaggerating that there's 21 books in this
No,
series.
there's a shit ton.
Yeah, I'm like, where do you go from here? And, like, how do you... Because then I think each, like, book is, like, a different, like...
Relationship.
Relationship or whatever. And it's, like, how...
What's a plot?
Yeah, like, how intertwined are they then all as, like, a story? Or are they all just, like, standalones? And also, if you can write this, then, like, anyone can write a book.
Yeah,
like,
no, I was just going to say, this gives me hope.
Yeah.
Like, if anyone can pump this out, like, anyone can almost be a writer if you just, like, put your mind to it.
Especially,
and edit.
like, 180 pages.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, I was actually quite surprised by the amount of detail, like, towards the end, when they're trying to rescue everybody, and, like, that...
But is that not just, like, a blueprint of, like, any book? Like...
Perhaps. Yeah. Alrighty, my thoughts, feelings,
Yes.
emotions real quick. Like, I was very intrigued in the beginning because I thought it was, like, a meme book. Everyone's like, oh, I split Barbarians, haha, erotica, so much sex, blah, 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 blah. And I was like, alright, cool, we'll get there eventually. And then, you know, you see people, like, not decide, but they enjoy it unironically. And this is where I get scared, because I'm afraid that I'm going to like it too. I didn't enjoy it, but again, like, with the lore towards the end and all the plot stuff, like, I was getting intrigued, but I probably do not want to personally continue further.
Yeah.
Like, you know, I've witnessed it. I do not wish to partake anymore. Yeah, I thought, as a fantasy book, I thought it was going to be completely different than what it was, because I spun up Barbarians. Like, just the idea of, like, you know, a group of women being trapped or stranded on a nice planet, like, what are they going to do to survive?
Yeah.
Like, it'd be like one of those survival stories, like the 100 type of vibe.
Yeah, yeah.
And, like, you know, they're badass kind of women. And, like, they are, not to discredit them in this book either, but, like, I thought it'd be something a bit more different and less relying on the big, strong, handsome alien men to take care of them.
And also, like, just... Sorry, you keep going. You finish your thoughts. Really sorry.
And that was really it. Like, I thought it was going to be more like a dystopia vibe. Like, they survive together.
Yeah.
And then they encounter these alien men and, like, intercourse, all that type of stuff, and they fall in love and all that shit. But, no, it's completely different than what I expected.
I just couldn't, like, get past as well, like, the description of, like, the alien penises.
It's like ridges.
They're like ridges, and then they also have, like, the extra part. And it's like, okay, so you've looked at a rabbit vibrator, and you're like, I'm going to turn this into an actual alien penis. It's like, okay, cool.
How
like,
convenient.
Yeah, how convenient that this exists on an alien planet.
That's so funny. Maybe it is just taking, like, it's just the weird fantasy that she's just overshared.
Yeah.
Which is just fine. Like, everyone has, like, weird shit, I suppose.
Yeah.
But, like, to then publish
21.
like it, 21 books. Yeah, I get that bread. I mean, as I keep saying, I respect anyone who is capable of publishing a book, and, like, there is obviously a niche.
The grind, but like, yeah, I don't know. And, like, until TikTok, like, I'd never heard of this book, so it's like, where's the underground people that are, like, demanding more Ice Planet Barbarians?
No, this leads to other monster smart. I've seen covers of Dragon in His Lair or something like that. I don't know.
Oh god,
I saw a TikTok. It's like this chick measuring 12 inches.
Yeah.
On a tape measure, and then I saw a stitch, or it was the one with the stitch, and this chick is holding up, like, a monster smart book, and she's like, "What about 40 feet?"
Oh my god.
And it's like the front cover is a picture of, like, a gorilla or something.
Yeah. And it's like, I can understand, like, I don't know, like, monster porn or whatever, but then you read a lot of, like, you see, like, the TikToks of, like, the squid monster or whatever.
Look, I
with,
can't...
like, 3 different penises or something.
No. It has to be humanoid.
Yeah, and it's
me,
like, I can't
least.
get past that. Like,
yeah, no.
Yeah.
If I have to read it against my will, which probably never again, like, it has to be
and
humanoid.
at least, like, in this one, like, I could, like, just picture, like, Jack Sully Avatar.
Although, if it's, like, a generic fantasy book that's not, like, erotica related, and, like, it's to, say... We'll go D&D style, say, to tieflings. You know what they look like. Like, if it was a story about them and their love and they go at it, like, that's fine. But, like, I don't know.
Yeah. And I, like, I just can't get past the horns. Like...
Yeah. The tail is a sensitive part, though.
And the tails as well, yeah. I forgot about the tails.
The horn wasn't as sensitive, but the tail was.
Yeah. Like, I don't know, like, I understand humanoid and stuff, but it's like, there's a line. Like...
Yeah. Hey, what's the main character in The Cruel Prince's name? The guy. He has a tail.
Yeah, Carden.
Carden, that's right. I haven't
That's
read
all he has. Like, he's a human apart from his tail. And it only comes up once.
That's it.
Really,
It could have been a sensitive spot.
It wasn't.
What
Like,
other
it's mentioned,
book?
like, offhand, but, like, it's not, like, an explicitly, like, sexual part of him.
Yeah. No. But boys and their wings, they're sensitive.
Yeah.
But they're also human.
Yeah, they're also
Or
human.
fae.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
Jesus. All right. Is there anything? Was that? What else you wanted to say? Like, I've now finished. Yeah, my thoughts, feelings, emotions.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, the same.
Yeah. I will not continue the series. I'm happy.
I'm happy
dipped my
to
feet,
done,
foot
yeah.
in, and I'm getting out of the water.
Yeah, it's a hard pass.
I'm locking the pool up forever.
Yeah. And, like,
Or drain the swamp.
I was worried that, like, it would unlock something within me. Like,
You'd be like, I gotta read.
yeah, I'd be like, I can only read monster porn from now on.
I don't think that's how it goes.
Yeah.
But, like, people, I don't know.
Well, I don't know.
It
Like,
could
I
just
read
be the-
Akatar that unlocked the fae in me. But
It could just be just like the writing style as well that, you know, attracts people. Like, it doesn't necessarily have to be
yeah.
like the monster in question.
Yeah.
I mean, I suppose there has to be relative safe spaces to indulge in these type of things.
But I still just, like, and I'm not trying to kink shame because I'm not, like, you're into whatever you're into, like, cool. But I just, like
You have your own
I
line.
want to know where the demand is for this. Like,
Who's like, give me more.
yeah,
give
and,
me.
like, other monster eroticas or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, where, like, what is the demand?
There are
Like,
people out there.
I know that there's people out there that are, like, married to
Especially
bridges
now
and
book
married to
talkers.
train stations, okay? But, like...
No. That's where you draw the line.
Yeah.
It's like that TikTok of that chick where you sent me about the kid identifying as a cat.
Oh, yeah.
And instead of being able to identify as the different gender or whatever, it's like, yeah.
And it's, like, honestly, like...
I saw it also.
I don't know if you're going to have to delete this next part, but, like, sorry if you do. But it's, like, surely if this is what you find attractive, like, maybe you should seek therapy.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know. It could be valid.
Yeah.
Again, it could be just like, yeah, like reading a book in
Yeah.
private
Like,
could be
even
your safe
the,
space.
Like, the taboo romances. Have you seen
I've heard of
TikToks
that, and
of
apparently
them?
that's cooked.
Yeah.
It's not even taboo, it's outright illegal, bro.
Yeah, like incest stuff and stuff like
fucking
that.
illegal. Like,
Yeah, and
there's
it's
a
like
difference between taboo and illegal.
Yeah, and it's like that shouldn't be allowed to be published.
Like, guising it under the title of taboo is just, like, desensitizing it
Yeah.
more. Like, there are just straight up things where you should not be able to, like, get away with.
yeah, and it's like if you are having those like taboo thoughts or whatever, like sexual thoughts.
Yeah, for sure.
It's like, yeah, there shouldn't be a form of entertainment to like validate you in that. It's
Yeah,
like, oh,
no.
well, someone wrote about it. Like, it's like,
Yeah.
no, you should seek therapy.
Yeah, no. Yeah, no. If you willingly, read taboo books just for a form of entertainment, I feel like that should be quelled.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe that's my personal opinion. I don't
Mhm.
know. It's like you could read about it and enjoy it, but then something like that happens in real life, and like you have no morality towards it. So,
It's
so
like,
what then?
even like I think about porn, and like when there's like stepmother porn or like stepfather porn or like
Right.
you know like step siblings.
Yep.
And it's like, stop giving these people like validation. Like it's like you're not related, sure, but like it's still like there's a line.
yeah.
Of like if you are living together and you like grew up in the same house or like and this is your blended family, like
Yeah.
bro,
look,
don't do it.
It can be, it can get really weird and gross in that respect as well. But maybe just with porn, perhaps, like they see the stepson or milf or stepmother or stepdad or whatever vibe, but like they don't watch it for the fact that it's It's just like the fact that it's just like two adult type of.
It's like, oh, two hot people.
Yeah, exactly. Like they just probably
No one's
ignore the
watching porn
title.
for the story.
Yeah, exactly. But like, but I suppose maybe yes, the step aspect of it is what's getting the clicks and the views, perhaps.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I don't know. But yeah, the whole taboo thing, that was gross. I saw a TikTok about it. Someone ranted like, yeah, this shit is illegal. Like, it should be in jail. But yeah. Well, this took a really dark, slippery turn.
This is a dark, slippery book.
It is a dark, slippery. It's opening up a can of worms. We love to see it. And again, our opinions are just our opinions, but
Yeah.
it may. I don't know if it may come off as harsh. I don't know. There has to be a line drawn somewhere, I guess.
My line is horns.
Your line is horns. Horns and taboo. I don't think the horns even did anything for Vectel.
No, they were just an aesthetic choice.
Aesthetic. And like she would like caress them and comment on how big his horns are.
Big.
Euphemism for his
I
rigid
wonder what
penis.
else is big. His rigid cock. Which, like, I hate the word cock. I hate it.
Fun fact for you, he was able to do an Adam Carson and he was able to fit a whole titty in his mouth.
Of course.
Ellie Hazelwood, we know where you got this idea
My
from.
favourite.
Alright, we'll start from the beginning, I guess, of the plot.
I was going to say something, but
Of
I
the
forgot.
plot? I don't know.
Oh, yeah, like, I thought Because, like, all I'd heard was, like, oh, like, a ship full of, like, women, like, crash lands on a planet or whatever.
It's always a room for disaster anyway.
Yeah.
There's always going to be undertones.
Yeah. So I was like, okay, cool, like, astronauts or something.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, or, like, something like that. Or, like...
Like, they crashed on their own, they're not the cargo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or,
like their own little society up there.
Yeah. Like, space people.
They're the aliens.
Yeah, spacewalkers. But, like...
The Martians.
No, it starts off, like, straight away, like...
She gets kidnapped.
She's being abducted.
Abducted, yeah.
Yeah. And I was like, okay, whoa.
Just out of the blue from her bed.
Yeah, and then
Goodbye.
I was like, are they abducted by the ice planet people? Like,
Yeah. But, like, yeah, it turns out the people that abduct her are completely irrelevant from... So there's multiple species of aliens.
There's lots of aliens, which is true.
Yeah,
there's
I'm
lots of
sure.
different aliens out there.
Like, there has to be something out there, you know, regardless if we've encountered it
But
or
then,
not.
like, do we only think that there's something out there because we...
Are alone.
Yeah, we are alone and we, like, can't stand the thought of, like, that existential crisis. So, like, what are we?
All right, Kenzie, settle down.
I'm scared.
Another dark slippery turn.
It's like...
It'd be arrogant. It'd be very arrogant. And then we're
Yeah.
doing everything we can now to destroy our fucking planet.
Yeah, we are. And, like, but, like, AI, like...
No, AI is going to kill us.
It's gonna kill us.
We have too many.
There's like so many like articles that like there's so many AI that have become like self-aware.
Yeah, that's frightening, bro.
Yeah. I was like, I'm not even self-aware.
I personally believe, humans deserve to be extinct. Like, it won't take long for the AI to... We're trash, bro.
It's like, we've evolved this far. Like, where do we go from here?
We just devolved back into a fish.
I love that.
just like, the water is calling to me.
It's
Never
like,
seen again.
I always think about, I think it's in like a couple of shows, but it's like, especially in like Men in Black, I think it's like, it like zooms out at the end and we're like we're on a cat's collar.
Oh, yeah.
And then it like zooms out again and stuff, and it's just like we are like this tiny speck in like,
of course,
yeah, all
Humans
these
are
different
just-
universes.
Just so arrogant in our own ability to live.
Yeah.
And like the arrogance of our planet.
Yeah.
This is why the aliens don't want to talk to us.
Or like I always see like theories that like aliens are just like us from the future.
Oh, yeah.
But like we can't like comprehend that, so we're like,
Right.
ooh, little grey people.
Yeah. And that's the funny thing about this book is they call them the little green men.
Yeah, the little green men. But like they're scary green men.
Yeah.
Anyway, so there's like a bunch of women that have been abducted.
Yeah. Georgie is the newest
Yeah.
addition.
And of course she's not like the other girls. She's like strong and self-aware.
It's like she's been here before. Oh, but quickly, years ago, I was obsessed with people's stories about claiming they've been abducted.
Yeah,
You know,
same.
like,
I
I'd go
love
on-
that shit.
I'd go on YouTube rabbit holes and stuff. And I'm
Yeah.
like, I don't believe you, or I do believe you, or like that seems plausible.
Yeah.
Like we would never know because no one would believe us.
Yeah. I've heard this one. No, there's two stories that I've heard, and one was like this whole group of people, and they all tell the like same story. And it's like, okay, that's interesting.
I feel like that.
And then there was another one, and it was like a group of school children,
Ooh.
and they talk about how like an alien like ship came down, like it visited them all, and yeah, like they interviewed them like all separately and stuff, and like they all like told the same story.
Like it would be hard to coordinate that for a big elaborate
And it was
lie.
in like the 60s or something, like way back. Yeah.
Oh, everything happened in like that time period.
Yeah.
Like the Roswell.
Roswell, yeah, I've heard
Curse.
that one as well. I like that
Jesus
one.
Christ. Like it's crazy.
Yeah.
I promise, if you ever come to me telling me an alien abducted you, I'll believe you.
But and also like that was like a really big fear of mine as well. Like
Same.
and like also like, did you ever watch that show like Unsolved Mysteries on TV?
Maybe.
Oh, I remember it was like on late at night. And like so many of them were about like alien abductions, and they did like recreations and stuff.
Or like documentaries about someone's experience.
Yeah, and so anytime we were like driving at night in like a country road, I was like, the aliens are coming. Like,
Or crop circles and all that type of stuff.
oh, crop circles as well.
Don't
Jesus.
get me started. We need to start a spooky podcast.
We should.
Alongside a
I've
book
got some
club.
like good ghost stories from growing up.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Maybe we can dedicate one podcast episode to you to let it out. The therapy.
People will be
shaking PTSD.
Um,
Anyway, sorry, I
Anyway,
digress.
sorry.
I had to get that off my chest. Like I was obsessed with those types of stories.
abducted. Yeah, sorry. And they get these little bars of nutrition that taste like seaweed.
Although it is quite nice of Ruby to acknowledge that, like, you know, there's intense like starvation and like food issues and stuff. Because I know some people obviously have those type of issues.
Yeah.
Reading
But,
about it. Here we go. At what point do you not take personal responsibility for your triggers?
I wasn't gonna say that, but like, Jesus Christ, Claire's out here decimating people. My thing is, you're reading a story about alien abduction. Like, do you reckon they're gonna give you a 3-course meal? Like,
they're the captives.
yeah, they're
the
prisoners.
prisoners.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, you crash land on like a foreign planet. Like, of course, it's gonna be like a scavenging like ideologies and stuff.
Yeah.
Anyway, and also like I must have just like skimmed over the whole sexual assault part in this first part because I do not remember that. But cool. Cool.
Yeah.
Anyway, and so then so there's like girls that like are awake and like aware of what's happening in a cage or whatever, and they're shitting and pissing in a bucket, which is always a good time.
Prisoner vibes.
Prisoner vibes.
Prisoner chic.
And then there's some that are in like, what are they called? Like pods.
Sure. Oh,
Cryogenic pods. Yeah.
Just quickly, we meet like a handful of ladies. We meet Liz. We meet Kira.
Yeah, I don't care about them.
Sorry.
At least this book does pass the Bechdel test.
Sure. How?
It has to have 2 women named having a conversation that's not centered around a man.
Surely at some point they have a conversation just about like Vectal and the men.
Yeah, but like it just to pass the Bechdel test, it just has to have that.
As in like it's probably the first scene that they encounter.
No, just in any part of the movie, 2 women named having a
Oh yeah,
conversation.
I know that. Yeah, I know that. But like, they could eventually talk about.
Yeah, they can, but like I'm saying, it passes the test
sure.
because they're talking about seaweed and shit.
Okay. Alright, sure.
Literally.
Alright, yeah. Anyway, Georgie meets Liz.
So despite
Kira.
its downfalls.
Yeah, sure. And then I have a note because Liz explains the protocol and all that type of stuff because she's probably one of the veterans of this cargo ship.
The earpiece.
No, Kira is the
Kira's
earpiece.
the earpiece.
And Liz explains the little law of this
Alien,
imprisonment. Only young, fit, like healthy women. If you're pregnant, you get vacuumed out. Because my note's like Megan was pregnant but vacuumed out. Rip.
Her baby was vacuumed out.
No,
Megan wasn't vacuumed out.
No, she was vacuumed out because she was pregnant.
I thought it insinuated that they vacuum out the fetus.
No, they vacuum out the whole person, I reckon.
Where to?
In space to die.
No, it was the fetus.
I swear to God.
No, it had to have been the fetus.
Imagine, just yeet.
Do you not understand how abortions work?
I do, but I think it's just because she was already pregnant. They don't know how to deal with. They probably don't know abortions. The little green aliens,
Yeah.
so they just chuck the whole woman away, dead in space, floating for all eternity.
She was pregnant 2 months along, and they vacuumed her out like it was an opening. I think they're implying they vacuumed her like they vacuumed
Physical body. No, the woman.
physical body,
No, the
like-
woman is gone.
I don't think she's
The
gone.
whole woman is gone. Because they want like women like ready now.
Well, they don't want them to be ready for... I don't know. Nah.
The whole woman is yeeted out in space.
Why would they describe it as vacuuming her out? Why wouldn't it just...
You know, like...
I understand space, and you do get...
Yeah,
like,
that's exactly what
in
it
a plane.
That's what it is.
No,
I
I
swear
don't
to
like
God.
that.
I swear to fucking God.
I don't think they'd
Mackenzie,
explain it like that. I'm going to DM Ruby Dixon.
Don't you fucking argue with me.
I'm DMing Ruby Dixon.
She is yeeted in space.
Reckon it's author Ruby Dixon?
Jesus
That looks like her.
Remember when he DM'd Sarah J. Maas and no response?
Yeah, but this one's like indie. She's indie.
She'll respond with your silly
Hello,
question.
Ruby.
Oh my God.
Exclamation mark.
I'm keeping this in. I have a quick cue.
Big time fan.
Long time reader.
Long time. Just...
We were visiting. That's what I'm hearing this.
My friend and I just have a quick question
We have a debate.
regarding
Megan.
Isoplanet.
She's probably like, who the fuck is
Barbarians.
Megan?
Is it Megan or is it Liz?
It's Megan.
It's Megan, okay. When you describe Megan, is it American Megan or Australian Megan?
MEGA.
Yeah, it's American.
Like the little robot Megan.
Yeah, Megan. Megan as being vacuumed out because she is pregnant.
Oh my God. It's because the whole woman is gone.
Are you describing Megan herself is yeeted?
Yeeted.
Is yeeted into space?
Yes.
Question. Or are you referring to a and C, procedure. That's what it's called. Where
I
they
didn't know.
remove the fetus. I've got to spell it the American way.
I swear the whole woman is gone.
From the womb.
I feel like Megan has not been brought up since before she's gone.
Kind regards. Mackenzie.
Kind regards. Long time fan.
Long time.
Should have been like number 28. It's my favourite.
I'm going to do the alien emojis. And
And the eggplant. And the eggplant.
And the ice block. And the eggplant.
Sure. Our 3 emoji signature.
No, I did 4.
We should do it in letterboxbookclub.
That's what I'll have. I'll screenshot that so I have it, like, as a reference.
Can you not just copy it?
I'll lose it.
You know how the Spotify has that new interactive thing? Oh,
Yeah.
When this is released, I'll add a poll. Who got yeeted? Megan or the fetus? Or both? I can't believe this is the hill you want to die on.
Ew, why do they look like that?
He's hot though.
I thought it was coming even further.
Was that Vector?
But, like, look how awful those are photoshopped onto his head. Fuck.
It's like a toupee.
Like,
Oh,
it's
the horns.
blurry.
Hey, don't you judge our queen, Ruby Dixon. She is keeping the alien smut genre alive.
Who is this man? Are you tagged? No. No, the man. Another one. Yeah, the
model?
That's bad.
Yeah, that shit. Kinsey, we can't just go off judging now.
I can, and I will. Because it's stupid. Why are they so long in this one?
What is it, what? What the hell?
Horns.
That's the way it is.
Yeah, but no. Okay, so look how long they are there.
All horns matter.
No, and then in the top one.
Horn inclusivity.
And then in this one. Where is he going? Hello.
We've lost the plot.
Sir? They're
Sir.
short little ones. Someone cut his horns like a
It's a,
goat.
it's a different horn. Different man.
It is a different man. Oh my god.
All horns.
I guess all blue men look the same to me. No,
Yeah, they're all different depending
on what? If they're all
on their
same
personality.
planet. Oh yeah. Bet it correlates to their penis size.
Depending how curved it is. The curve of the horn. How sharp the ridges are, depending on how sharp the horn is.
Anyway, back to Megan.
Have you sent it? Oh, I thought you were going to do Letterboxbookclub. Oh, did you?
No, I did my personal.
Oh, okay.
No, because otherwise she'll listen to this.
Oh, yeah, that's right. We shouldn't leave a paper trail of us. Alright. Imagine she... Jesus Christ.
What's the time? Where are you from? Hang on, I'm gonna find out where she's from.
Oh, my God.
I should probably follow her.
That's a good start. Long time fan. Followed 5 minutes ago. I suppose you don't
Oh
have to...
no, terrible at DMs. Use Facebook. Okay, hang on.
Oh, my God.
More.
You know, she might...
Copy.
Maybe, if you think about it, because she doesn't use DMs that often, she might more likely to see it because she doesn't engage
no, it
with
says
it.
use Facebook. I got a message her on Facebook. Ruby Dixon.
I swear, Megan got yeeted. She
well,
is
there's
gone.
two. Is there two? No. Okay. Message.
Oh my God.
Paste.
Hi, Megan. Long time friend.
No, Ruby.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, Ruby. Who did I say? Megan. Yeah, you gotta like her page.
Fan.
Like her page.
Long time reader.
A big fan.
Follow.
She sees the follow and then message. I don't know where she lives. Probably LA or something.
Okay, I'm trying to find out some info here. See Ruby's about info. Here we go.
I'm gonna keep a lot of this in, just so you know.
That's okay. I don't know where she's from. Hang on, here we go.
Ruby Dixon is an author, fiction romance. She's Sagittarius. Cool.
same.
Raylo shipper. There we go.
Oh.
Red flag.
Red flag.
She lives in the south with her husband and a couple of
Was
geriatric cats. It says right here.
Alright, I'm going to find out what time it is in Texas. Is that the south?
It is one of the south.
Time, I feel like it's a big south. Time in Texas. 4:25 a.m. I don't think she's awake.
Hey, she might
might.
answer this very important question.
Oh.
Yeah, she just lives in the south, so the south can mean anything. Maybe she didn't want to disclose her state.
Yeah.
Maybe it'll reveal how janky she
It's
is.
starting to make sense.
And quote, she has 2 geriatric cats.
I wonder if they have to express their anal glands.
Okay.
Sorry.
Controversial if Megan is yeeted or not. Okay. She is gone, I swear. Anyway, we meet Kira. She has an earpiece because the aliens are using her to communicate with everybody.
To translate.
The crew. And translate, yep. Aliens are girl smugglers, confirmed.
Yeah.
And they are, assaulting a lady, and Georgie sees it and all that, and that just...
And does nothing.
Does...
Bystander.
she can't. She's imprisoned, you dickhead. Alright, we've lost the plot. Sorry. Don't take us seriously right now. We're not like this. Anyway, so they come up with a plan to try... They see that the aliens have, like, guns, weaponry.
Weaponry.
So they come up with a plan for Georgie specifically to kill the alien because she is capable.
She's not like other girls.
She's a strong, independent woman. She's the Katniss of her times. It turns out she doesn't know how to fire the weapon, so she just beats the alien with the
which, like,
handle.
ultimately is way more aggressive.
Yeah,
like,
for sure.
she beats his brains in.
That's personal, bro. And then I think they like crash land.
They do crash land,
and therefore they're on this
ice planet.
They call it not Hoth because it's a Star Wars.
It's a Star Wars reference. Yeah, you wouldn't understand, Claire.
Alright, relax. Jesus. So this is pretty much where everything.
And then because Georgie is the leader, she's like, I will go out and explore.
And I think she probably has the least amount of injuries and stuff as well upon impact.
Oh yeah, she has a broken wrist though.
Yeah, I love how it doesn't get magically like cured, like healed yet. Like it's something that she references all the time. Oh, I forgot I had a shit wrist or something like that.
Yeah, I thought you were about to say I forgot I had to shit, and I was like, okay.
Hey, but she knows how to work Vector's dick well with it though.
For fuck's sake.
At the end of the day. So yeah, Georgie goes out to search.
Goes out to search for help.
And I forget how they meet.
Finds herself ensnared.
Oh, that's right.
In a trap, and then she's unconscious.
We love that.
So Vector takes her back to
not the right time to say we love that.
his loving cave. And he's like, oh my god.
It's a dual pov as well, sorry. It's Vectel and
he's like, you're my cooey, or whatever it was.
Just cringe saying that out loud. Oh my god.
Is there a pronunciation guide?
I don't know. Google Translate.
Google Translate cooey.
Could be like hui or something like that. You know, could be silent. We love a bilingual queen. What is it? K-H-U-I? K-H-U-I? We'll go English to English. Wait, yeah, cooey.
Cooey, okay.
Why is it German to German? I want it
because it recognises the language as German.
Alright, hang on. I'll do it louder for the folks.
Cooey.
Cooey.
Yeah, so she's his cooey, which is like his soulmate, his heartmate, his lover.
I thought it was cute that they used a different name for soulmates until we learned what a cooey actually is. So yeah, Vectel's point of view, like he I'm broken. He finds her instead, he takes her to the cave, and he keeps talking about how his cooey is like thrumming and like purring and like his resonance. Yeah. Like he can't control himself, which is not.
He has to eat her vagina.
He does. And he does it, and he does.
And he's also fascinated by her clitoris because Vectal women, what are they called? I don't know.
Hang on. I wrote it down. S-A-K-H. Suck.
Anyway, the Ice Planet women.
Right.
The Ice Planet women don't have clitori.
Yes. So he's really fascinated by the anatomy, and he's always commenting on how like small statured she is and like her breasts and all that type of stuff. And how she is like weak and cold all the time. So yeah, there's the dubious consent, and then I think Georgie kind of wakes up amongst it, and she kind of in that moment is like enjoying it, but like you initially were knocked out, so like we don't count that. And so they have this fun game of charades where they're trying to figure out what each other is saying. But yeah, in the book it seemed like she was able to understand him quite easily, and her despite having a language barrier. You just wanted to say it, didn't you? But she doesn't have a QE and he recognises it.
Yeah, so she has to go get
it. We'll get there. So she kind of explains.
Oh, also, after this, like, they just go on a little adventure to, like, get food and stuff, and they're just fucking.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, because he's like, I got to keep this human warm, like my mate, my resonance. Resonance is quite a cute description, though. I'm not going to lie.
It is, but, like, calm down.
Calm down. Worse than a lesbian couple. You-haul.
Oh, my God.
So yeah, they go on a little adventure. They have an encounter with some creatures. I forgot to write them down, but they're not cool. She falls into like a little
cave,
and then he rescues her. That's fun. They continue to have a bit of sex and everything. Shut up. My descriptions. And yeah, Georgie's having the time of her life, and she's like, oh shit, I have people back at the crash site that need help.
I'm responsible for people.
I am responsible for these people. Not very feminist of me. Not very girl boss.
I mean, obviously, like, I'd give it up. I'd be like, sorry, guys.
You run your own. You're on your own, kid. And then Vectel explains that they should go back to his tribe because he has hunters and other men that would help rescue these women. But he also explains that, like, these men are... He was debating whether or not he should take mated or unmated men, but then... Like, it comes into play later on that he takes the unmated ones because, I don't know, they need their QE and all that type of shit, whatever. But so they stumble into a cave for the night, and Georgie is recognizing this as like a spaceship, and there's a button that keeps flashing, and so she presses it, and this AI, boom, opens up. See, this is where the lore gets very intriguing, but we love an AI third-party narrator to explain everything. So he explains...
Is this cheap storytelling?
I think this is a literary masterpiece. Take notes, kids. And so the AI recognizes Georgie as a human and gives off human attributes and explains that, like, they're from Earth, blah, blah, blah. And then recognizes Vectel's language and is like, oh, you are the... What did I say?
Sak?
No. Yes, Sak. And they're on the planet... Or they're from the planet Kez.
Yeah.
And that's... Actually, no, this is pretty much, like, Vectel's, like, heritage backstory. Mm-hmm. The Sak people were on a ship that was called the Pleasure Cruiser. What a name.
That's a vibrator. Like, come on. She just, like, scrolled through some sex websites.
She's getting paid for product placement.
Sorry, I'm getting so excited.
Yeah. And, like, there was a... Bless you, Jesus. Sorry. There was a solar storm that forced them to find shelter here, and they'd remained here for, like, hundreds of years, I think. Or a long-ass time.
A very long time, yes.
And then, yeah, the AI pretty much explains what the Kui is, which is a fucking parasite.
Of course it is. It just reminds me of, like, Stargate.
Oh, Stargate, yeah.
It's like SG-1. Yeah, the good, that's the one.
Yeah. Although, I kind of resent it because my brother was obsessed with it. Like, I wish I liked it a lot more.
Obsessed
I know a friend we know really loves it. Oh, juicy. Yeah. Although he also liked Atlantis, Stargate Atlantis.
Oh, yeah. I only liked SG-1.
Nothing beats the original.
Yeah.
Sorry. Although, damn, Stargate, what a throwback though. I wonder if it's on the Netflix.
It is on Stan. Because
why did I have a feeling it was on Stan?
I think because that's where I was watching it recently.
Probably Jag is on Stan as well. There's like military shows and stuff as well. Cool. Anyway, love that throwback to Stargate. So yeah, it explained that this parasite is a symbiote. Okay, cool. And that
it's like venom.
Oh, okay. Sure. And that Vectel has the organism in him, and this... Oh, and like, people who've landed here, they have like 8 days before they kind of just naturally die because they need this parasite to survive this, like, winter and all that type of stuff. Because having this parasite enhances their, like, I don't know, body temperature and all that type of shit.
The evolution.
It's a very... I wouldn't call it evolution, alright? I wouldn't go so far to say that. And so Vectel is very pleased with this because he really wants Georgie to have this parasite because then their Kuis will thrum together and they'll resonate together and they'll mate together. Love. Everything will be enhanced. The sexual experience will be fantastic. But then Georgie's having second thoughts just because she doesn't know if she wants to stay here. She was hoping to rescue the ladies and then fuck off.
To the girls. She's out of a powwow.
Powwow. Just like... a sorority meeting.
Yeah, it's like, you don't know these people, like, just stay.
Yep. And then the AI allows Georgie to like fully scan her or something, so she's able to understand Vectel's language. Yeah. So that's
she
cute.
Downloads, if you will.
Yeah. And then we learn this particular creature, Sarkotsk, is this creature that carries these parasites that they then use to have this QE situation. Fun. So they have a plan to go back to talk to the women because Georgie's like, these people might not want to stay, they might not accept it. This is where they have a good little consent talk.
Yes.
And Georgie has not revealed that there are like 6 other ladies in the cryo. Yeah. Although Vectel is just excited that there are more adult women to potentially be mated around.
More clitoris.
More clitoris. It's funny because he actually talks about it to his tribesmen. And so yeah, he's excited about the prospect because they only have like 4 adult females or whatever in their tribe, and they need that we need the procreation. Yeah, she takes him back to the tribe and they all meet. No, as in Georgie's tribe of women,
Yes.
I guess. They go back and they meet Vectel. They're all like scared and intrigued and all that type of stuff.
Georgie thinks she might be pregnant.
Yep.
Spoiler alert.
A little bit later on, but yeah. It's funny. But all the girls start like teasing them because they realize that she's calling them. Oh no, this was before they do this downloading thing, but oh well. Because Kira's like ear device was able to translate partially, so that was cool. And so yeah, they agreed to get rescued because they liked the idea of Vectel like doting on them and like feeding them and giving their furs, and he just sees them as weak human women who don't know how to do anything for themselves. Which is
like,
very
"You idiots."
is it a misogynist? Misogynist alien social construct. But anyway, yeah, at the end of the day, like he brings back members of the tribe.
And they all resonate. Immediately their cooies are thrumming.
Every other sentence is like my cooey is thrumming.
Yeah.
No, but early on, because they had to have the consent talk about the whole like some of these women like are afraid and are scared and like we need to keep it in our pants for the time being. And like when they first saw the women, like they heard like a purring and like no one was owning up to it. I found that to be quite funny though, because it's like no one wants to give it.
I know, and
away.
imagine like,
and all these men are unmated as well.
imagine just like in life, like imagine like going out to the clubs and like you just hear purring and you're like,
You're
which
just like,
one of you is it? Like,
you fucker. Yeah. Oh, and some names. There's a guy called Rahosh. There's Hayden. That's actually spelled Haeden. What a cop out, considering you have a name like Vectel.
Yeah.
And then there's Dagnesh. And then I think there's others, but like I didn't write everything down. Saluk, probably. So yeah, there's a secret soulmate action happening, like, and no one's owning up to it, so that's fun. They open up the ladies in the pods, and they're all scared and confused and don't know what's going on, but they eventually come around. Yeah. So everyone's in agreement to.
Yeah, they do.
So they find this creature that holds the parasite. They kill the creature. They get the parasite. Georgie has like feelings of being scared for Vectel as he's fighting the creature because she's like, I don't want to lose him, but she also hasn't really decided she wants to be here, but she also has the kid situation and is like, ugh. It's funny her reasoning that she couldn't get pregnant because of like interspecies or whatever. Yeah. It's like, girl please be fucking for real. Yeah.
Be so fucking for real right now.
Bitch, be fucking for real. And so yeah, Georgie, the leader, she takes the parasite first and she's all happy and like everything in her is like enhanced.
And her cooey resonates.
And her cooey resonates and thrums alongside Vectel's, and they go off and have sex at some point, and it's a fun time for them. And Georgie is going to have a fun time teaching Vectel like sexual positions and stuff like that. She's like, we got to add doggy styles to the list and all that jazz. You know how it is. And like she gives him a couple of hand jobs and all that type of stuff, and she blows him sometimes.
Sometimes.
and yeah, like he eats her out a lot. So like it's a fun time. It's a fun balance.
It's fun. Yeah.
And then yeah, eventually like all the ladies get mated to the unmated males, and like they're all taking their time together. We also learn there's a healer because Georgie's wrist. This was before all this though, but
I was gonna say this was like near the start. He's like, if I could get her back to my healer person.
So Melak looks at the wrist and she's like, I can't do anything because I don't have the cooey, because the cooey would fix it.
Heal you, yeah.
And apparently this is extra lore, which we love. She resonated with a guy called Krashem, but she used to share furs with Vectel.
Dun, dun,
we love
dun.
this, and then Georgie gets jealous.
But they
so
obviously
funny.
weren't cooey, so.
No, they weren't cooey, so it doesn't work out. I mean, but having a cooey is so rare.
Oh my god.
So yeah, that's pretty much it. And like, yeah, they live happily ever after, I guess, on this ice planet with their barbarians.
Forever.
That's it.
Yeah.
And they will all have like offspring inevitably, and they call kids kits, which I find stupid. Just call them kids.
Yeah. Or offspring.
Or just offspring.
Yeah.
And then that's pretty much it. Despite being like simply written, it still packed a lot in, like a good amount of lore and plot and stuff. I know you just can't get over.
Yeah. Like either write a really like fleshed out cool alien lore book or write a sex book.
Don't do both.
Yeah.
Unless it has to be 500 pages long.
Yeah.
That's fair. I get
like
that,
in 180 pages, like.
Yeah. But yeah, I guess it is so simply written and very easily in the first point of views of, because like a lot of the time, it's repeated sentences and thoughts and phrases and stuff. Because a lot of it for Vectel is like, my weak lady human here's my furs to keep you warm,
Yeah.
or feed, eat, all that stuff. Or it's like, my cock is getting hard from whatever she's doing.
Please touch it.
my cooey is thrumming my
Please,
resonance.
Let me touch your clitoris.
She doesn't understand me. Yeah, and then, Georgie is like... She had a plan to try and undermine them as well, almost. She just wanted to get into a spaceship and fuck off.
Yeah.
But, like, obviously she changed her mind pretty
Yeah.
easily. But yeah, she was the born leader. We love a girl boss.
Girl boss gatekeep. Gaslight.
Gaslight.
I did love how, like, I think there was, like, a one point where she was like, if you take me up the mountain, I will touch your penis. Like,
yeah, because she wanted to get to the spaceship where all the girls
and
are.
he's like, I see where this is going.
He's
Yes.
like, up mountain means sex.
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah, it's so funny. Yeah.
Me Tarzan, you Jane.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
I'm sure there is an intense smut version of that out there somewhere. Except Tarzan is more like monkey instead of human.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Hot.
You were doing
Now
that.
there's some demand.
Hey, any Rex, send him Kenzie's way, and only Kenzie's, please. You send him my way, I'm reporting you to the
Claire, I got
police.
this really good recommendation for a Tarzan retelling. It's not smut, I swear.
I'm putting you on a watch
It's
list.
just like he threw his shit at me to impress me.
Like
I've
the-
never been wetter.
Like the most normal, like, monkey behavior. Turns a lady on. He ate a banana with his feet. And I
He peeled a banana with just his big toe.
then and there. I was ready.
He swung me into the glass at the zoo.
It's just foreplay, relax.
Alright, I guess we'll keep you all updated once Ruby Dixon replies to me.
Yeah, stay tuned for that. I hope she never
I can't
responds.
imagine she's getting that many DMs.
When's book 58 coming out?
Please.
Please, I ship these two characters. Give them a book.
When are the aliens getting their redemption arc?
I don't think any of them are inherently evil, but yeah. I would love if she wrote, like, I don't want to say proper because it is proper writing, but like a fantasy book, like ACOTAR style, just like of this.
Of aliens, yeah.
Of aliens. Like, sex isn't the, or smut, or erotica, or whatever, isn't like the top of the priority list, but like it's a well fleshed out, these people, this newly assimilated tribe, like on this planet and their adventures.
Yeah. Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah. Or even like 20 years later, like, or something.
Sure.
Like, yeah.
Give us proper enemies to lovers.
Yeah.
Give us
Yeah.
proper Stockholm syndrome.
Want to see some drama?
I think being abducted by little green aliens is a trauma.
Want to see it kill
Oh
itself?
yeah, they took the trackers out of the ladies and they put it in that
Nothing happened.
in that creature den, and they
Yeah.
eventually flew off and
Yeah.
fucked it.
Yeah,
fucked
they
off.
unsuccessly looked for their women.
Yeah, obviously they're not worth that much. I mean, women aren't worth as much these days.
Oh,
Alright,
fuck.
Truth.
About 75 cents to a man's dollar.
Sure. Yep. Too much. Not enough.
Oh well.
Fucking hell.
We're in. Oh.
We did it. That's karma for all that bullshit.
We're in
today.
a silly, goofy mood. So
Yeah. Hey, I've had a Moscato. I don't know what your excuse is.
I've had at least 5 strawberries and a Turkish delight Easter egg.
I mean, it's enough to
A
do
mini egg.
Am I right?
Right.
Oh, far out.
Thank you for listening. We hope you've enjoyed this one.
Yeah, look, we've done it.
Yeah.
We've read the book.
Don't read it. You don't need to read it. It's
no,
fine.
it's a meme. Read it for the meme.
Read it for the
But,
memes.
like, I wouldn't take this
I wouldn't
seriously.
go out of my way to.
No, I mean, now that I've spent $1 on the
Yeah.
honeymoon, I'm
They
going to have to
do
read
have
it.
at Dimmicks, and they have a few of them. They have like 5 of them at Dimmicks. Last time I was in there,
Oh, would you like to buy Ice Planet Barbarians?
triggered.
That was so funny.
I should go in and like be like, "Do you have any monster porn, like monster smut?"
I dare you. It's funny how you don't have that sort of social anxiety asked for that, but then you won't send your chai back. Chai latte.
No, don't even get me started. Guys, everyone, I have a funny story. Really quick. I'll say it really quick. So, Claire and I went out for coffee the other day. Cute, right? And anyway, I asked for a chai latte and they brought me a normal latte. And like, normally it wouldn't be an issue, but like, I'm pregnant and like, I'd already had a coffee that day, so I couldn't have another one. Anyway, and then I was like,
I was hyping you up.
I need to take this back. Anyway, and I was like, I don't want to do it. I just won't drink it. And Claire's like, no, like, you should take it back. Like, you need your chai latte. Like, she's like, just do it. Like, just do it. Anyway, so I get up to do it. She goes, oh, I would never do that, but like, go you.
Well done. Yeah, good
And I'm
for you.
like, fuck, it was too late. I was already standing up. I was had to go
It
and
was
ask
so
for
funny
it.
because you were apologising, like, sorry.
I'm
I
so
need to
sorry.
give
This
I'm
is meant to be a chai latte. Sorry.
You were
And they're like,
so
oh my god, that's fine. We'll fix it. I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
You were so stressed.
I was. I don't want to be like, they'll go home and be like, oh my god, this bitch at work.
You got it right the first time.
Oh my god.
No tip.
No tip.
Oh, alright. Yeah, no, that was funny. Well, at the time it wasn't funny, but you were stressed out. Which,
Yeah.
But it's like, you stood up for yourself. I
did.
would not do that for
Yeah,
myself.
and then my chai latte was really hot, so I was like, oh, great.
all the stars were aligned.
Yeah. Anyway,
Ugh.
thanks for listening.
Sure.
Have a good one.
I don't know what next week would be. Hooked
Oh, yeah.
by Emily McIntyre, which apparently has a whole list of triggers. So, like, I assumed it was going to be a nice little Peter Pan retelling.
I thought it was just going to be
not.
like Captain Hook's like really hot now. And he fucks.
It's like Captain Hook smart.
Yeah, and like I'm into that. Like who's that guy and he played him? Jude Law, is that him? In like the
Probably.
live act in Hooked the movie. Ugh.
Sure. I feel like this is not the erotica that you're wanting it to be.
I'm scared.
But yeah, there's a whole list of triggers in front of me.
Yeah.
I'm like, what did I buy?
Yeah, that's okay.
I'm looking forward to the second book, Scarred, though.
Scarred, yeah.
Because that's apparently a Lion King retelling.
I hope that like gives me my like Kovu fantasy.
I don't think it's second one.
I know,
The
but
first
like
one. I know. Sure.
vibes.
We all liked.
We all
Kobe.
liked Kovu.
Okay.
I'd like a little like plush toy of him too.
Oh,
Just
really?
sleep with him.
Oh, nice.
Cuddles.
Next up, Lion Smart.
Next up, Lion King vibrators.
Deception.
Dispersing studios.
Disgrace.
Disgrace. I should come in. Disgrace. Great, thanks.
Oh, Jesus Christ. He lives in you.
Fuck me.
He lives in me.
Circle
Of life.
Alright, anyway, goodbye.
Anyway, yeah, sorry. Link in the bio. Instagram is the best place to see us. Hey, maybe Kenzie, if we get a response, by the time this is uploaded, we'll post it.
We'll have a poll and then we'll post it.
Yeah, sure. Did Megan get yeeted or her fetus? The whole girl is gone. She's gone, girl, bro. But yeah, link in the bio. Best is Instagram. We're on TikTok, YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts. No one cares about it, but it's there. So
I'd
yeah,
say if you want it.
yeah, it's there if you want it. Yep. Check us out next week for Hooked. Bye bye.
Bye.